In today's news, the government to subsidize fuel charge costs for 3 months. Deputy Governor describes a model officer in his September message. Preliminary voters list available for inspection. Elvia Smith-Maduro is acting permanent secretary within the Premier's office. Change of policy on sale of land and properties in the VI has taken place, and VI Archery Association Caribbean Development Championships and CAC Games Qualifier. We take a look at that. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. You're watching 284 News.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome everybody. It's Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene. The government of the Virgin Islands has allocated new funds to assist Virgin Islanders in paying off their monthly electricity bills. The announcement was made by Acting Premier of the Virgin Islands, Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, in a recent statement. Reimer assured Virgin Islanders that the government has not turned a blind eye to the issue of increasingly expensive electricity costs in the territory, adding that legislators themselves are not immune to the issue and are also facing higher bills in their private lives. The acting premier said that in response to the issue, the cabinet of the Virgin Islands has approved some funds to allow the government to subsidize the fuel oil surcharge on residential electricity bills for the next 3 months.
In the schedule of additional provisions, the step recently approved by the Cabinet and the House of Assembly, government has allocated some funds to help to lower residential electricity bills. Government will be subsidizing 50% of the fuel oil surcharge on residential electricity bills for the month of October and November 2022. And for the month of December 2022, the subsidy will be 100% of the fuel oil surcharge for residential electricity bills.
The Deputy Premier, who is acting Premier at this time, noted that despite the schedule of additional provisions being approved by the Cabinet 3 weeks ago and then passed in the House of Assembly about a week later, it has taken a bit of time to put certain necessary measures in place to allow for implementation. He said it is the hope of the government that this measure will ease the burden of our residents as we navigate through these difficult times caused by global events. Reflecting on recent years, Reimer said that much like in the territory, the commencement of the COVID-19 pandemic prompted significant disruptions in supply chains and a rise in cost of goods and services across the globe, a situation which has been exacerbated by geopolitical conflicts between Russia and Ukraine.
Those who follow international news would be aware that the cry in almost every country has been the high prices consumers face for nearly every commodity and service, especially those that involve imports. Some of you would have seen the news in the United States and the United Kingdom, for example, where people have been struggling and cannot pay high fuel prices for their vehicles and electrical bills. Practically, no one has been spared, and the Virgin Islands has not been exempted nor immune to these international developments.
The issue of rising electricity costs in particular, he said, has been a result of developments in the global fuel market and is not the fault of the BVI Electricity Corporation, whose bill calculations, he added, are guided by a set legislation.
We are all aware that since the Russia-Ukraine war escalated in February 2022, electricity bills began to increase dramatically. This has been no fault of the British Virgin Islands Electricity Corporation. It has been the result of the high cost of fossil fuels on the international market. The formula for calculating electricity bills is set in the legislation. Electricity bills have three major components in their calculation. First, there's a flat $2.50 per month for the service. Second, there are standard charges based on the quantity of energy consumed. The third component is the fuel oil surcharge, which is tied to the price of fuel, and oil prices have risen to record high levels since the escalation of the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Persons who are desirous of purchasing lands and property in the Virgin Islands will now have the information they need readily available following a change in the present policy. Minister for Natural Resources and Labor, the Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, said the change in policy is expected to come into effect on Wednesday, September 21st, and will require all persons selling property to provide the relevant information to the Ministry of Natural Resources and Labor. This is in addition, he says, to having non-belonger landholding licenses properties advertised within local newspapers for 4 consecutive weeks. Honorable Turnbull said this approach is aimed at providing another form of exposing prospective sales of lands to a larger segment, especially the younger population and first-time landowners of the community, to what is available in the real estate market. Honorable Turnbull continued by saying, and I quote, "This new digital listing is a demonstration of our adoption to the increasing pace of the information age. We no longer have a choice, but must become more responsive in our customer relations. This policy adjustment to receive digital listings from the public was a decision made to simplify and expedite property sales and bring major improvements to customer service experience. In addition to non-belonger land holding license properties that are for sale and are being advertised via print media, the Ministry of Natural Resources now has a webpage on the government's website that has all the relevant information, including the contact information of the person or agency that is executing the sale of the property. The webpage for property listings for sale can be accessed on the government's website at bvi.gov.vg/NBLHL. Again, that's bvi.gov.vg/NBLHL. The ministry also say they welcome feedback on this initiative at nrl@gov.vg. In addition, they say at the Ministry of Natural Resources they are continuing to effectively manage and administer the natural resources of the territory to the best of their ability to ensure the long-term sustainability of these Virgin Islands. Viewers, when 284 News returns, the Deputy Governor describes a model officer in his September message, and Elvia Smith-Maduro is acting permanent secretary in the Premier's office. We'll be right back.
You value traditions. Today. You value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch and care? You don't say you were sick? What happened to over the rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns. All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service and a breathtaking ambiance, not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Viewers, welcome back. You're watching 284 Media out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Continuing on, what makes a great public officer? This was the question Deputy Governor David D. Archer sought to address during his monthly message, and of course this was his most recent for September 2022. Now the Deputy Governor explained that working with the public service is different than any other jobs, and while requiring some similar qualities, must be a decision made from a desire to serve the community.
I really believe that anyone that decides to work for the public service must have people at their heart. They must decide that when you come to work within the public service, it's about service, about ensuring persons are served well, and what we deliver is of high quality.
Archer said that in his own experience in public office, his mentors taught that a public officer should be punctual and always try to do everything the right way every time, because of course there will always be mistakes. Most importantly, he said that one must consider what kind of service they would want from a public officer and strive to deliver just that.
So for me, I never want to leave files on my desk for tomorrow if I can finish them today. Because unlike the private sector, where you can go to a different restaurant or somewhere else, the services that we provide, we're the only one. So we have to understand that we're impacting lives, businesses, and overall the economy.
While being a public officer is not always the easiest job, Archer said that it is once approached with passion that could be fulfilling, of course, giving a fulfilling career for any Virgin Islander. Elvia Smith-Maduro has been appointed Acting Permanent Secretary in the Premier's office. As Acting Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Smith-Maduro will be responsible for providing advice, assistance, and administrative support on the formulation of policy for the ministry, its departments, and the government as a whole. She will also coordinate and manage the functions of the ministry to ensure the successful formulation and implementation of ministerial and cross-ministerial government policies as well as programs. Mrs. Smith-Maduro's appointment came into effect on May 25, 2022. She shares the portfolio of the Premier's office with Permanent Secretary Mrs. Carolyn Stout-Igwe. The Acting Permanent Secretary said that it has always been an honor to serve the people of the Virgin Islands in any capacity afforded to her within the public service. She said, and I quote, "I am keen to see improvements in the delivery of services, not only in line with the Commission of Inquiry recommendations, but in areas critical to the development of the Virgin Islands and the approved Public Service Transformation Plan." Mrs. Maduro also said that the stakeholders in the Premier's office are critical to the deployment of efficient services, and as such, her first priority is human resources reform to address issues affecting staff and to ensure that the team is functioning optimally, knowing that their employer is supportive of their efforts and responsive to concerns. Mrs. Smith-Maduro also expressed that she is keen on optimizing the tools that staff have available to aid in the delivery of services and ensuring that it is easy for the public to procure government services through digital transformation. She said, and I quote, I aim to deliver on the digital transformation strategy to move us towards a more efficient public service. This responsibility is shared by both the Premier's office and the Governor's group. We intend to work collaboratively to ensure the success of the transition and transformation. The Acting Permanent Secretary affirmed that she will focus on quality economic development to entrepreneurship, encourage domestic and foreign investment, and transform the commercial landscape of the territory. Subsequently, she notes that regular evaluation of the economy's performance will be critical, thus a policy unit responsive for reviewing and responsible for the economic and development policies based on analysis is being established. She also acknowledged work being done to transform the Trade Department into the Virgin Islands Trade Commission to champion economic development services in the territory. Mrs. Smith-Maduro previously held the role of Deputy Secretary in the Premier's office since 2013. Prior to becoming Deputy Secretary, she worked as Assistant Secretary for 7 years, also in the Premier's office. Topics which fall under Ms. Smith-Maduro's portfolio including administration, building inspection, building standards, consumer affairs, disaster recovery, economic planning, e-government, electrical inspection, gaming, housing, human resources, planning, in other words, manpower needed, industrial development including incentives, investment promotion, public service transformation, town and country planning, trade and business, science and technology, including the digital transformation, statistics, ways and measures, and private secretaries. Meanwhile, Mrs. Stout-Igwe is responsible for agriculture, archives, cooperatives, coordination of government policy, religious affairs, financial services, fisheries, food and food security, immigration, implementation of COI recommendations, information, internal affairs, maritime administration and shipping, protocol, regional affairs, sustainable development, tourism, and veterinary. When 284 News returns, preliminary voters list is available for inspection, and the VI Archery Association Caribbean Development Championships and CAC Qualifier games will be taking place. We're taking a look at that when we return.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over! CCT Fire is here! Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media at cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love.
Viewers, welcome back. You're watching 284 News. Supervisor of Elections Ms. Sherry Griffin has said that the preliminary voters list for 2022 is now available for inspection. Ms. Griffin said that in accordance with Section 18(5)(b) of the Elections Act 1994 and amendments, the list is available for inspection for a period of 10 days ending on September 19th. Supervisor of Elections said that every preliminary list shall be open for inspection by the public free of charge during the hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Now, the list will be available in each local electoral district to which the list applies, and at the elections office, the general post office, and at the branch post offices and sub-post offices throughout the territory. Every person who claims that his or her name, address, or occupation has been wrongfully stated on or omitted from the preliminary list shall give notice to the supervisor in Form Number 3, Notice of Claim, within 10 days after the publication of this list. Now, every person whose name appears in any preliminary voters list may also object to any other person whose names also appear as not being entitled to have his or her name listed. In this case, individuals shall give notice to the supervisor of elections in Form Number 4, Notice of Objection, within 10 days after the publication of the said list. All claims or objections must be filed at the elections office no later than September 19th. Now, forms are also available at the elections office located in the Creaky building at number 216 Upper Main Street, or online at bvigov.vg. Again, that's bvigov.vg. Wynette Lawrence and Renisa Georges both completed in the compound women division, shooting at 50 meters at the CAC qualifiers in Santo Domingo, having departed the territory for the competition. Now, 19 countries competed in the CAC qualifiers, comprising of Bahamas, Barbados, Bermuda, British Virgin Islands, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guadeloupe, Guatemala, Guyana, Martinique, Trinidad and Tobago, USVI, USA, and Venezuela. Due to financial constraints, the association was not able to send their coach. However, the ladies did the best they could. Wynette said that it was very hard on them both since they did not have a coach like other countries. However, the other coaches for the other teams recognized and started to assist where they could for our BVI athletes, especially a coach from Santo Domingo. Wynette said that her match came down to a shootout, meaning that the score was tied and with one single highest placed arrow determining the victor between an archer from Chile. Wynette said, and I quote, "I rushed my shot and lost the shootout." However, Wynette finished in 5th place and was able to secure a spot for the British Virgin Islands at the CAC Games. Now, the Caribbean Development Championship Tournament consisted of 157 registered archers from 10 countries being held in Santo Domingo. The entire team was left stranded at the Terence B. Lettsome Airport when they were traveling, and because of that, did not depart the day of or the subsequent days that would have allowed the team to compete on the September 6th and 8th competition due to inclement weather. This was the largest team field to date, consisting of 10 archers. Despite the best efforts of the association, they were unable to get the team to Santo Domingo to compete at the championships, and their hope, they say, and dreams of 10 to 15 medals were crushed. World ranking at the CAC qualifiers started on the 9th of September and will continue on to the 11th of 2022. We want to take this opportunity to wish the Virgin Islands Archery Association and its team members the very best as they continue to, of course, compete on a local, regional, and international level, bringing quite a bit of awareness to the sport of archery. Viewers, before we go, we want to remind you that we are presently running our special reports and, of course, featuring all the TEDx speakers who will be presenting on October 15th, 2022 on the TEDx Roadtown series. Of course, there are some 8 speakers, and throughout the course of the following weeks, we will present each speaker so that you, the audience, have an opportunity to see exactly who will be presenting at this event, which of course took a hiatus because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course like us on Facebook and Twitter at 284media BVI, and on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I will see you again tomorrow as I deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We are 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news right here on 284 Media in Tortola, Virgin Islands. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.
A show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and, bow ties. but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. This season, I'm taking you on an entirely different journey, from chefs to dancers, philanthropists, communications specialists, and much more. I'm heading outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Borgingada, Jasper Lake, not forgetting Antigata. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing, and I'm so proud. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redirect. We are the movers and shakers of this generation, and we ain't afraid to show it. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 3 by yours truly, Ron Grant, raising a generation of greatness.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man forget you.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch at camp? You say you were sick? What happened to over the rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Alright, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
Yes. You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?